The best place is the eye clinic.
The best place is the eye clinic.
Yes.
You see, I'm asking because for a lot of people, right, Apollo is everyday business. Like, it's normal. It's not a big deal. So, going to queue at an eye clinic seems like a lot. It seems like much for something that we think is not really a big deal. That's why I'm asking you.
Yes. So yes, you are right. The distribution of eye clinics is not as adequate as we would want.
All of you are in Kumasi.
and also, if you go into the places, there might also be a lot of people, and perhaps maybe if you are the one going through the Apollo itself, and you're going to go into a crowd, that's also not advisable. So yes, I understand the idea, and because the severity of Apollo is not threatening that much, I think that for adults, if you can't access an eye clinic and you go to the pharmacy, you're able to describe exactly what you are going through, it's better. But I'll always advise that for children, they should be taken to the eye clinic.
For children?
Yes, because the concept of having an eye professional take a look at the child means that the person can also spot anything if it's can spot anything if it is present. So there's added advantages for taking your child to the eye clinic.
Okay. Because at the eye clinic, then the optometrists would have more time to look for other things.
Exactly. And it's not everything the child can tell you. So you'll be only relying on signs if you go to the pharmacy. But we can do tests to find out other stuff, so that it will be able to give us a better idea of how to treat what is going on. So for the best place to go, I would advise the eye clinic. That's the best place.
0548-501-584. So Pearl, you can apply the eye drops. 0548-501-584. That's the number to call to send your WhatsApp to. 0548-501-584. 0548-501-584. Good morning to you. Okay, it's also called Sam, and Sam is asking that can this Apollo affect your vision in the long term? That if you get it, are there any complications that are going to affect your vision later on?
There is no data like that. There's nothing to show that after the virus had gone through its process and then you are okay and then the symptoms have gone away, your vision is affected. There's no reported case like that. If anything is going to affect your vision, it might be something else.
Okay.
But Apollo itself does not have any direct correlation with whether reduced visual acuity or any other eye condition.
Okay.
So it's like I said, it's an acute viral infection that just goes through its process and then leaves you alone.
Yes. So you can ideally not take anything, isn't it?
Yes, if you can
withstand the sensation.
Because it's quite painful and the suffering is high. So if you can, like I said, it's self-limited. It can go through, yes. So between the 5 to 7 days or slightly longer, you'll be fine. But if you want to be more comfortable and then be able to endure the process a little more comfortably, going through using the antibiotics and the other things would make it easier to deal with.
Okay. Good morning to you. Say your name is Jefta. Good morning to you. It's a Jefta I know, or is another person? Good morning to you, Jefta. He's asking that for people who share a lot of things, people who share a lot of things. I don't know what you share a lot of things means, but I'm going to read that you sent. It's for people who share a lot of things. When one person gets Apollo, and the other person too gets it. He's saying that my assumption is that then everybody is fine. He says, ask your doctor for me. Is it possible? Is it possible that? Hey Jeff, the question is not clear. Saying that so what he's trying to say is that is it possible for, let's say, people who live in one house, like they are roommates. So, like Frimpong and I, so I get Apollo, Frimpong gets Apollo. When our Apollo passes, is that all?
So the question of whether we will build an immunity or not comes again.
Yes, because it's the two of them who are staying together. And then now it's like, he's got it, we've got it.
Gotten it.
So we are fine.
Okay. So for the fact that the two of you have gone through the process and you are fine now, you remain fine.
Okay.
All right. But per what we know, if the other person brings it back, the cycle will repeat. Or if a third person brings it back, the possibility of the cycle repeating is higher, meaning that the idea of immunity really has not happened.
Okay. You know? Nana is asking that then should places like schools, hotels, and public places go back to sanitizing / fumigating their facilities for something like Apollo? That seems like a bit much, doesn't it?
Yes, like you are saying that, you know, with COVID, we had terminal progression where mortality happens. Or the mortality rate was higher. So it means that the consequences of getting COVID would actually could probably result in you losing your life. So it was that necessary for us to do everything we can to make sure it doesn't spread. Apollo is different. Apollo is self-limiting. Apollo is acute. Apollo doesn't have any devastating long-term effects. So I think probably fumigating might be a little bit too much. But sanitizing door handles, asking people to, or making sanitizers accessible, and then making people become self-conscious about keeping themselves clean and then sanitizing their hands and everything is something that we can do. I don't think that is too costly for an acute condition, but I think anything that is a little more much too expensive might be an overkill.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me open the phone lines now. 0541 022 318 0541 022 318. That's the number to call. 0541 022 318 is the number to call. If you've got any question for my guest and I about Apollo, he has explained it for me to know the origins of the word Apollo. I mean, since my producer Alyssa sent the topic, I was like, why is this thing called Apollo? I've been racking my mind, but Sam has sorted it out for me. If you missed the explanation, sorry, you have to go and watch the show from the start. You have to go and watch the show from the start. It feels good to be back on radio after vanishing for a few weeks. So yes, 0541 022 318 0541 022 318. That's the number to call. We're also expecting your WhatsApp messages. If you want to send a WhatsApp, that's 0548 501 584. Our show is brought to you by the kindest courtesy of Totality Health. Let me pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Pacho Kwame.
Okay, Kwame Pacho, go ahead. Okay.
Apollo. It is a vacation many fever. Problem means that it be a 3 year now we it means a year yen to go for Apollo need
Okay.
And glasses you one of
Metewase. Unfortunately, Anna, unsaid
you are yen to go for we are Mama yen.
But
and then more Apollo.
Me Pacho, you about the tough farmer, Sia Mawatias, why?
One was I would don't hear about home at Campbell for. Yeah, can't say I may have me.
Me Pacho, you. I the chini beframa. Why? Thank you very much for your call. 0541022318. I keep reminding people that this is an English station, but I mean, it is what it is. So we're just going to mix up the English and Chi. So 0541 0541022318. So what we're going to do is to try and do a mini recap in Chi. I know Sam's Chi is better than mine. Far better. My Chi is good, but Sam's is better. So, is there a Chi name for Apollo?
No, I'm a friend Apollo. No.
Apollo, no one your friend Apollo.
I want to say, Edino, yeah, share that, and say, Ebema,
into Ghana for the two.
Sana, unity.
Okay.
Into Apollo, the old car will be any mother crowd.
Be any mother crowd. Okay. And now, at the end, remember who say, where me experience or many sweet dear, a Apollo.
Into no, and you might be a 9, and I'll bet me there who. When in I cocodo. So born one and a cocoda.
Yeah.
But Apollo na banning to no nunya be an in your corp.
Right.
And I now bones and Nina Chino, a peja kakra. To Mus and Nina China peja to say the Nina home no cacrano. And I say as a bossia and I be done and in so. Into a crown of on chain say, man, I say I be done and so. No, didn't say if I saw, and I saw who's as a bossia be a go and so, or tis a bossia go and so. And I saw sorry, no pa, Obonso and Nino, and Tono, and in Tona a cabum.
Okay.
Into a yimpe, Sana cano, and a yinchine, baby dodo. Also, sorry, I am a cacao. Apollo nobody a dorsal.
And also sing the Dow,
and Crannible and Crowdons and Nino Timinti.
Okay.
You see, I didn't show our own name. It was an intona cabum, not a yet a tally home.
Okay.
Until no Sanyama 9, so who are not just Apollo, and I make us say, Nipper being so cancer, so sinitrasia, as an need to out of them. Just a winner, sir, in a Tencana, not just a winner Apollo. I see, say Apollo no so aba. So who saw your man 9 in a not just Apollo and I will hold them.
Into say a karma, you find it so be our year, or Checheni. Atiasia. Nature say, or no, or chem collade, and as or che a bit me is school with my Sunday school. A diana, obe who have money who's okay. Wait, dear, a colawe, and as in colawe, no, as away in Apollo. And
there be also ocean crown on back on mobile school, more rather anymore, or share many. Was a crowd there be a Nenino, a fita by an idea a cordodo. And an innocent and a snap pija, and the Nino sono a pija cacra. And as for about and chain say, Madame, Menina, as a bibi gumeniso, as a border meniso, as a bossian gumeniso. And also Sanya Manina, so and as a who Sanya Mana, and say a coward to say Eviana Apollo, Anna Cordano, Enya. The Nina a cocordo, or say as a bossian bigunes, and I be done and so. And one who's in the Nino, a chinena peja, and as in the Nina snap peja cacra. As saying, there be I said, Citiano. And I will fear and so, and then I be able for any behu. So about no sorry, no power, send any intimate. I will say, yin chinny be bree, not just Apollo, no, a biabano. So we should
and Auntie said, Obinya Apollo, and he found also call first.
And then can ye mupadia and conquer eye clinic.
Eye clinic. Okay.
And no pa na ye. So Usha. The Dimupa near eye clinic.
Eye clinic.
And then so untiminko eye clinic, and I be binti untiminko oko pharmacy. Now ko church must say any say in a coswa. It's answer a yard ya yenim ho dada. I will honum dada yenim city see a share money cornintino. So oko pharmacy come a beer or more pharmacists for honmo bit to my bar beer, no coca was some china on so bit to my bar. But can the year mupa dear so called eye clinic. Na yen hwe ne yie ma.
Okay. And Apollo no say o hwe obi anima utiminya.
There be I can say o hwe obi anima benya Apollo there be. And the credit Apollo ban a friend a virus. It is said the COVID there and so a virus. E mo wan I think it's no the Apollo ban a virus. And a virus no e idea it me a san 10 pa. Into obi nya bi na bia o ne sa kanani. No akoso a ponomu and our so bibi mu na so don sakoka. Na don safa wani a e bia ye no no. Into city city no the way a content no and into na we can say oh obi hwe obi anima wobenya bi there bi ente sa esan so ne nipa no ba bi kro ni ntino eya de a odinsa ka bibi a onso do nsa beka wo nsa fa wani na wanya Apollo ni bi it is wo hwe obi anim kekede a enya de a so obenya Apollo ni bi.
Okay, so we have tried we have tried our very best to break it down as much as possible. I think that what I'm going to be doing nowadays is to try and mix up the English and Chi for some of the conversations. I think I'm going to try and do that from henceforth. So thank you for the listener who drew my attention to it. It's not our intent, but our station is mainly English. Anyway, 0541 022 318 0541 022 318. That is the number to call. 0541 022 318. That's the number to call. Good morning to my good friend Faisal. It's really good to hear from you, and thank you for listening to our show. Good morning to you as well, Kojo, and thank you very, very much for listening to our show. It's good to know that you are listening to us. 0541 022 318. It's some 30 minutes past 9 o'clock. I think the weather is looking a bit up now. So, if you've got places to go, just make sure your umbrella is close to you. Sam, so let's come to, is there, like the listener sent earlier, like a baby has got it. So there's no age limit to get an Apollo,
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you wouldn't say a group of people are safer. No, it's a equal opportunity virus.
It can affect anybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And unfortunately, it seems that the adults are having it worse than the kids. Yes.
So someone is asking me, how do you get rid of it fast?
You can't force the virus. It has its own time. You can make yourself more comfortable. You can probably even shorten the time that you have to suffer. You can shorten the time you have to suffer, and that is why we use all those antibiotics. So you can shorten the time you have to suffer. You can reduce the suffering.
Okay.
But you can't force the virus to go quicker than it wants to. So perhaps maybe if you shorten the suffering, it means that you might still be there, but you might not be experiencing symptoms. So you can do that. Okay.
So so Justice is saying that Justice is saying that if somebody has Apollo around me, are there any medications or treatments I can take to prevent myself from getting it?
What's a prophylaxis? Yes, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Yes, I remember one client called me that the child is very, very clingy, and because she has Apollo, she's asking if she should start treatment for the child. I said no. If there are no symptoms, don't bother. Because, like you remember, the treatment is not for the virus.
Okay.
So you can't say you are taking a prophylaxis to prevent yourself from getting it. Just make sure you don't get infected. So, if you start applying those medications, it will basically be applying on your eye without anything to work on it. So, unfortunately, there's no prophylaxis for Apollo.
Okay.
Yes, you just have to be alert, try and keep yourself from getting it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you can't just say you're taking something because someone
has it in your neighborhood or in your house.
Okay. All right. 0541 022 318 0541 022 318. That is the number to call us on if you've got any questions to ask us. If you want to get some clarity or some clarification on something else, 0541 022 318. That's the number to call. She says that, okay, good morning to you, Doc. Good morning to you. She's saying that, so if I disinfect my surfaces at home, if I disinfect my doorknobs, and I'm safe at home, what about when I go outside? Sam.
So carry a sanitizer with you.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get into the car and all those things, the public cars and all the public places, you try and maintain as much safety as you can.
So it's like how we were taking care of ourselves, like Sam said, during COVID. Yes. So get a hand sanitizer. Get some wipes. Yes. Get some wipes, and then clean your surfaces.
Yes, and although it's very difficult, try as much as possible to resist the urge to be touching your eyes.
I'm doing very well to resist mine.
But you haven't succeeded. I'm counted. I think you were also asking if Apollo is only in Ghana.
Yeah.
We found cases in Egypt, India, some parts of the US, in some other places too. So it's not only Ghana.
At the same time?
No, at those times that it was reported. This year, I've not checked.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I've not checked. But I'm going to do that. Because we have an epidemic here,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if there's also reported cases somewhere else. Yes. But in subsequent times, mm-hmm. when we experienced it, it was also in other places. Yes. For example, when the 69 case was reported in Ghana,
mm-hmm.
it was probably accepted because there were also cases like that
in other
subsequently
places.
in Egypt
Okay.
and other parts of the world.
Let me take this call. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Doc.
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Thanks a lot for the education.
You're welcome.
I want to find out if the doctor is available for an outreach program.
Yes.
They want to take him to our church.
Okay.
Yeah, to do whatever he's doing in the studio.
Okay, so can you call us? Can you call me exactly at 10 o'clock after the show, and then we'll arrange it. Okay.
That would be great.
On this same line.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. All right. Yes, we also find work for our guests, of which I charge 10% of whatever he's going to take. 0541022318 0541022318. From what the caller is saying, you see, public education is important, is it not?
It is.
Okay, let me pick this call, then we get back. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm in Amasa already.
You Kwame to say.
Name is Sano. The Apollo na. Check a come the mine and say. I say, Omuku Yim. Amoba. And Saya Reno, Kukuba, the Apollo no. A buy. Say, I'll be let's say, the Apollo 13, Apollo 12. It's a cacram, tea, one church, I think so be it, yeah, or mamma, a church. Papa and Sharon to look like you, cacram.
Okay, that's the Kwame. Thank you. Sam, so what he's saying, I've heard this before, that when they went on the Apollo mission, when the rocket went up, it spread some particles. And that is why we got Apollo. Tell you all, rocket no ko wiem no. And rocket no a day sa Apollo no a buy. And I think say he's right. that was a common explanation I think I've also heard before. Into the yen church no ntiase. At the quick of fire a dino Apollo by and at the deba. And I say a rocket need a cool wiem and a the Apollo the buyer.
Okay, into no the ohon say the yahu say Emma Apollo nebano a virus. Na virus no a miensa a one kitting bia omabusu afọ ni ọmọ de COVID ne ba no. It's the yaka virus and one can get to know the yare ba ne bi. Na ya hwehwe me hu say a virus no miensa ana omutimede Apollo ba. The any din no bono F4 pa enterovirus. Minu na aka ne de me kan say
Okay, Sam, hold on with the explanation. Let me pick this call and we go back. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, sir?
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, maybe I see my suka.
Sam Pachotoaso.
And until no, Emra Apollo ne ba no. So we share the you can say data Apollo hono. Inimdia Apollo hono. You say first case no. I report to no say esia ma nipa bebre nya bi no. You report to free Accra Ghana. To call World Health Organization records mukrana. First case of epidemic Apollo epidemic near Accra Ghana. Na year near 1969. Sa year no so ade ana was so pa ye emra America for so mo the record moon so no. Sa Apollo mission no. Ena ma sa din no ye de to sa yare no so no. Na eno ne explanation na records nim. So nti da bia me ka say science the yakru anim na ne ma bebre ba. Nti say we proof say sa rocket no na de sa virus ne ba ye dia menya hu sa data no. But according to the host see any there, it says afina in first record of epidemic, no afina na Apollo mission no hono, and no more the torso, say a friend Apollo. But say a simple for be one man, Chichimubi one man, a just says a record rockets nana at this Apollo never idea, minyante, sa information, no. Anna, the Biamekase with data, they all say, Untimin say this is wrong or this is false, except the one that have been accepted. Intino, maybe a year quay nimno. See a year more research need to me who say a bit maka say, okay, it's a rocket, no, and they buy idea. Now, I know that they buy idea, I think it's the first epidemic, I think Kenya or America who.
Because rocket name too.
I mean, who baby a bit drew a Ghana, a bit to me, it me spread a Ghana and it me, a bit PK, you know. Yeah, young Coswani and her, but data never honor the HSS afina Apollo record in the coin and in sorry, first record.
Okay, and the Minya Kwame say, your church, my hope say, or what you say, and your rocket need to call you. I think the rockets need to call you. Nidini the two yareno, send yaren the bishia, but and yes, say a rocket need to call you and the buy. And I had heard it before. And I think previously, what people used to associate was that even when sometimes you have aeroplanes flying overhead, and then they leave this trail.
Yes.
And if you look at it, it was associated with
certain eye conditions.
Yes. People easily associated
certain diseases.
Yes, people easily associated those two things. So, yes, 0541 022 318 0541 022 318. That's the number to call if you've got a question to ask us. Let me check Facebook quickly to see. Okay, there are no questions there. All right. So we've talked about how to prevent this, how to make sure that you don't get this pink eye. And so, Sam, for someone who is working, or somebody who is an employer, if your employee has Apollo, how many days do you expect them to stay away from work? I'm asking this specifically for someone.
Well, if somebody has Apollo, like I said, generally, the virus goes through its sequence or whatever it is between 5 to 7 days, generally. So I think it's safe to give the person at least 5 days off.
At least a week off. Okay.
Yes, at least a week off. It helps.
Let me pick this call. Yes, sir. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm Gandhi. I'm calling from New Market.
Okay, Gandhi, please go ahead.
Talking of wearing of sunglasses, can you just go in and buy any sunglasses, or you have to get your eyes checked before you be prescribed to the sorts of sunglasses you can wear?
Good, very good question. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes. Sam, sunglasses. Okay, you land on that and then you come and continue with sunglasses.
Okay, so I think 5 to 7 days is enough.
Is enough.
Yeah, so you could give the person 5 days. And I said it is good for the individual and the others.
And it's good for the organization
Exactly,
too.
because if the person is at work, basically they can't do much. And I'm saying this specifically for those who work in the banks or those who use computers a lot. It is better for the employer to allow the person to stay home and get better. Because you see, like I said, if you get it, you become photosensitive, meaning that the person can't be able to do their work properly or comfortably. So they are there, they are not actually giving you the productivity you need. And they are also become infectious. It means that if you are not careful, you might lose not just one person, but several others, because then they might get infected.
Okay, let me pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Timmy, a taxi driver.
Yes, Theo, kindly go ahead.
I'm concerned about driving, and is there anything that you have to do when you have Apollo? You cannot drive when you are putting on glasses because of the laws governing us. So can you educate us a little bit about being a taxi driver when you have Apollo?
Okay, Theo. Good question. Thank you very much. Good question.
Thank you.
Right. So my listeners, they ask good questions. I'm
Yes.
so happy. Yes.
So let me start with the sunglasses.
Yes, the sunglasses.
So most likely the person is not asking in relation to Apollo.
No.
Okay, so with sunglasses, there are two types. We have the photochromic. Photochromic is more like the medicated version of sunglasses. Based on why you want to wear the sunglasses, all right, it's best that you go to the eye clinic and they give you the appropriate therapeutic version you need.
Okay, just a minute. Let me pick this. You have to keep your questions in mind. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Kevin, calling from Patang.
Okay, Calvin, kindly go ahead.
Please, I want to know, my house was, I can say sharp, but it is like, unless I draw that thing closer. So, I don't know. I do drive a lot, so I don't know whether it will be the cause of what.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your call. Okay. So, Sam, you need to put out your details when you're done.
So people are taking advantage. Yeah. So that's great. So let me finish with the sunglasses thing. So most people think that if they become photosensitive, if they are working in the sun or they are using computers or when they are driving at night and the headlights are disturbing them, all they need to wear is sunglasses. No. We have specific therapeutic sunglasses for appropriate needs. So if yours is the sun, we will give you something appropriate for that.
For the sun.
If yours is driving at night and you see headlights and then you are not able to even see your lane, that one too, we have an appropriate glasses for you. If you use computers all the time and you start having issues, we have an appropriate one for you. So it's best to come into the clinic and then be examined, and then we'll give you the best possible sunglasses prescription. But if maybe, like I'm saying, you are going through Apollo and you are just sensitive, and then you just want to have something to cover your eye, something for dressing, you can get anything. That one is specifically for just because you are suffering from Apollo and it's going to stop within a couple of days and you are going to stop wearing it. But if it's something that is persistently worrying you with bright light, you need to go to the hospital or the eye clinic for a specific therapeutic sunglasses.
Okay.
That is one. Secondly, for a taxi driver, it is very uncomfortable to be driving with Apollo. So if it's possible, give yourself some days. If it's possible.
Like up to a week off.
Yes, if it's possible.
But if it's not possible.
If it's not possible, you might have to endure. So it means that you might try to get any sunshade or any glasses. That one, what it's going to do is that, first of all, it's going to prevent you yourself from touching your eye. That is one. Secondly, it is going to help you with the photosensitivity that you are going through. And then go to the clinic or get to the pharmacy and get the medication, like I said, that will reduce your discomfort.
So for a taxi driver who has Apollo, it's either, the options are, it's either he doesn't drive till the Apollo goes away, or he gets something for the eyes, maybe an eye drop or something, and then maybe wears dark glasses. But you know, taxi drivers are not allowed to wear.
Exactly. So it's not. So that becomes a non-option for you. So it's either you endure by getting through the treatment, that will probably reduce your suffering, or you get some time off. And then the third person was asking about reduced visual acuity, or at first you could see clearly when now he has to bring things closer. Now it could be anything. It could be any of the eye conditions. But so you need to be examined.
He needs an eye exam.
Exactly. He needs a proper eye exam to be able to tell, okay, this is what is going on. You know, the age, we'll check the back of the eye, we'll check everything. And then we'll be able to tell, okay, this and this is the reason why you are having reduced vision. And this is the perfect solution for it.
All right. 0541 022 318 0541 022 318. That is the number to call. 0541 022 318. We're just 10 minutes away from the end of the show. So if you've got a question, you have to ask it now. 0541 022 318 has a number to call. Sam, so once I've gotten Apollo, I have recovered, and I need to return to work, or I need to return to school. What do I need to do?
Well, because we've not yet settled on the idea of immunity, you just need to become extra vigilant.
Okay.
And carry your sanitizer around. Consistently remind yourself not to be touching your eyes.
That one day I will fail.
Perhaps maybe encourage others in your workplace to carry wipes and clean doorknobs, to also increase their, hygiene protocol. The whole idea is to prevent reinfection if there is no immunity.
Okay.
Or to prevent somebody else from bringing it from somewhere else and bringing it to affect all the others who are still at the workplace. So you just increase your vigilance, you increase your hygiene protocol, and then basically that's what you can do. Yes.
So if you're returning to work, or if you're returning to your establishment after getting Apollo, I think the most important thing is to make sure that you do not go back and pick the infection from there, and that you keep to the practices of making sure that you're 100% sanitized all the time. You know, one of the commonest places you can pick up an infection is from doorknobs.
Yes.
It's from door handles.
Yes.
It's one of the most common places.
Everybody touches it.
Yes. And the thing is that you are not going to be able to sanitize every doorknob. So rather have a sanitizer on you, that when you finish, when you open a door or somewhere, you just sanitize your hands and then you move along, because picking up infections from doorknobs is common.
Yes.
Extremely common.
And now we have been able to, I thought it was one of the hardest things that I didn't think we would be able to achieve, where Ghanaians are okay with fist bumps instead of handshakes.
Yeah.
Even now, some people are not too okay, but I'm seeing it as a new trend where people they will accept a fist bump, instead of the usual shaking everybody's hand. And so it means that for the duration of this epidemic, please, let's go back to fist bumps. You never know what the person had touched.
But it has not been, we have not declared that there's an Apollo epidemic, and I doubt we are going to declare that it has ended. So how are people going to know Saturday and a cop?
So, since we are not even able to predict, and we have not declared, obviously, we will not also probably be able to declare that it's gone. But we in the clinics will be able to know that the incidences have reduced, and maybe if I'm not seeing even one case in the whole week that I'm at the clinic, I can be able to tell that perhaps the prevalence has gone down, the epidemic has gone through its process and it's now gone. So that is probably the only way. If we look at the data and then the numbers has reduced, we can tell that just like how the COVID protocol was gone through, where in the 3 months we didn't record new cases. We can say that okay, we have taken the 10, or we have taken the 10.
We have turned the corner.
We have turned the corner at the end of the whatever epidemic it is. So most likely that's how it's going to go. Where if we have reduced incidences, we can tell that look, the epidemic is no longer there. Yes.
So I mean, even though we're not going to officially get a declaration of the fact that it's surprising, isn't it, that we haven't gotten a declaration that there's an epidemic. Okay, let me pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from Conjunctivitis.
Okay, kindly go ahead.
Is it airborne disease?
Okay, you want to find out if it's an airborne disease?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. All right, so say you want to find out if it's an airborne disease.
There have to be physical contact.
It's not airborne, it's physical
And that is
contact.
why when you stare at somebody, you're not going to get it.
Okay, so it's not an airborne
No,
disease.
you have to. It's a viral that goes with
Contact.
touching, contaminated surfaces and objects. So you need to touch it, and then you need to transfer it to a mucous membrane, specifically the eye. So it's not airborne. Yes, it's by contact.
Okay.
Yes.
So that answers your question. I'm saying that before we went on the break, I'm saying that we did not have a public declaration of there being an epidemic. So are we going to get a public declaration of an epidemic being over?
I don't think so. I don't expect it. I think what we define as public concerning health.
Like diseases of public health concern.
Yes, I think what we determine is a little different from what the people assume it is. So I think our health professionals, those who are in charge of those things, are a lot more technical. They would like to use a lot more technical terms and technical definitions and calculations. Right? But we know that if the incidences have gone this high and everybody is testifying to it, it is important for us to talk about it. So perhaps there might not be a national declaration of whether it has started or it has gone. I don't expect it. And that is why I said we don't even have data between 2011 and now. But of course, if we get to a point where the incidences has gone down and then you are called and you are asked, look, what is going on? We think, I think we are through the process of the epidemic and I think we are okay now. So, and it also comes down to what I think, that was Nana, right? Yeah, when he talks about, look, if we are not able to even predict, when something is likely to happen, most likely we will not be able to tell whether it has gone or not. So yes, I think it's a concern for all of us that public health should be something that we should pay a lot more attention to. And specifically because we are in that part of the world where diseases are a little easier to get, we should be paying attention to these things. We have a drug abuse issue, right? Have you heard any declaration? And when we thought that maternal mortality had completely been dealt with, recently I saw a report that made me quite worried that it appears we have not been able to do well as we thought.
No.
You know, AIDS is still happening all the time. We are still getting cases of HIV/AIDS. So, you know, all these things are there, and I feel that the focus on making people get information and getting educated, and not thinking that, look, it's not existing anymore because we've not heard about it for a long time. It's actually reducing people's vigilance, you know, and then it's reducing our whole idea that we have to focus on preventive health.
So I was reading a message from a public health consultant, and what he's saying is that even though our systems have not reported that there's an epidemic, from the practitioner end, which is where you guys are,
yes,
you can trigger an epidemic response. That Kumasi, Takwa, here, we are seeing increasing cases above the normal threshold of this condition, and that will trigger a public health response. And he's saying that then some of those things kick the system more or less, because if we're seeing it in school-going children, then it has an impact on education. Schools are in session. If we're seeing it in middle-aged productive adults, that means that work productivity is going to go down. So he's saying that his advice to you is that then you guys can trigger an epidemic response. Anyway, that's a conversation for another morning. Yeah. Sam, so in wrapping up, we're out of time.
Okay, so what I would like to tell people is that it's around, it's going on, it's happening very fast, and unfortunately, this time around, adults are having it worse off. So please be vigilant. Be very, very concerned when you see these symptoms in your child. Talk to teachers, okay, to also be alert. And then school proprietors and then headmistresses and headmasters should also be alert. If you find that maybe 2 or 3 people, you know, just give them a break. Give them a break. I don't think the school giving itself a 5-day break is going to change much.
It won't collapse the school.
Exactly. And it's going to help you and your teachers so that you don't get more or less productive days from them. Because like I said, it's that fast and it spreads really fast. You know, so let us be more vigilant. The cases are increasing. Luckily for us, it's an acute condition and it can be dealt with. So please, if you find those symptoms, come to the clinic. We will make your experience less painful and less difficult for you.
How do people find Sam Teenaging?
Okay, so personally, if you want to find me, should I put my number out?
Either your number, if you don't mind the calls, or how exactly they can find your clinic.
Yes, so my clinic is at Dechemso. It's called Amasha.
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 Okay.
Amasha Partners.
Amasha Partners.
Yes, it's on Dechemso. The airport runabout to Menchia Road. If you know Dechemso, the clinic is right before the Nanaya Abuache Goldsmith, that big building, right before it, if you're coming from the airport. If you're coming from Menchia, it is right after that building. And it's also close to the Sewa Nyako Girls Senior High School Junction.
Okay.
You can find me on Facebook. I go with Park of Itineje. Park of Itineje on Facebook. If you want to reach out, the most effective is through WhatsApp.
Okay.
That I'll be able to respond. If you call, I might not be able to pick. So the number is 0241 720 936.
Okay. Can you repeat it?
0241 720 936.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want, maybe you're part of an organization or a church or a school, and you want me to come and give a health talk on the eye or specifically on Apollo or anything of that sort, they can reach out. Yes, I'm not difficult to get at all, and I'm not difficult to deal with. Yeah,
please repeat your number again.
0241 720 936.
Okay.
Yes, 0241 720 936. Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Samuel Teenage.
All right.
So,
thank you. And that brings me to the end of today's show. We've been talking about conjunctivitis, viral conjunctivitis, popularly called Apollo in these parts. And our show has been brought to you by the kindest courtesy of Totalite Health. My name, as always, is Dr. Jima. I'm back. I'll see you again next Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. here on Kumasi's Music Leader Orange 107.9 FM. Stick and stay. We've got great programming all day, and I'll be with you next week. Bye.